hello guys, welcome to today's live. Today we will be painting an Easter bunny because obviously it's Easter. And yes, some of you might want to make a last minute card. So I had the idea of painting this cute little bunny, and I'm going to show you step by step using some supplies. And we will be using watercolor, of course, and I'll be showing you how to do it. And it's very easy and very relaxing and fun. So I have selected my favorite palette. You guessed it, it is the Classical palette, and it's a palette that I would suggest for you to have if you are a beginner, because with this palette you don't have too many different colors. You have the basic colors, and from this limited palette you can create any color. And if you have like some limited palette colors, you'll have to make yourself learn how to color mix, because some people when starting out might want to avoid that and get a palette that has all the colors. It has pink, it has different oranges, it has greens, and this way you might be able to avoid it for a time. But I think it's best to know how to mix the colors yourself and create every time the shade that you see on your reference, and that is very important, and you're going to thank yourself later. So this is a Classical palette that is ideal for that. And if you see, this palette doesn't have any greens at all, because you can mix them yourself very easily. You have the lemon yellow, you have the Hansa yellow medium, you have so many different types of blues to mix together and create the ideal shade of green. So yes, this is the palette I suggest for you. I'm just going to flip my camera around so you can see my cute little drawing. And yeah, I'm going to introduce you to a few other products I'll be using today, and we can start painting. In the meantime, you can look down on the carousel and you can click at any time and see all the watercolor products we have. We don't only have watercolor products, but mostly we're painting here with watercolors. But anyways, yes, if you are interested in watercolors, here down the carousel you find all our products. And yes, of course, like I said, if you have any questions about the painting process or about, the products, or if you need any suggestions, you can always ask me here. You can send me a message. And I'll be quick to answer you, so don't worry about that. Just let me adjust my camera to ensure that you have a good view of the table. So here is a palette. I have a mixing palette here. This is our cute drawing. I have also added a few flowers to make it a little bit more, spring themed. And I have a good selection of brushes right here. So here are the brushes that I love to use for watercolors. It's basically a variation of the fine miniature brushes and the tanner brushes we have. So yes, here are a few of the tanner brushes. These are the Squirrel Mix brushes. They are natural hair brushes, and there is a set full of them. I think it's such a good deal. It also has a few that are synthetic. So here are the synthetic ones. And of course here are the Falaminto brushes that are ideal for small details, and since we're painting on a small scale, I think those help a lot. And of course, don't forget the jar of water, some paper towel. There you are. What else do we need to start painting? And of course, don't forget the tape. I use it, to keep everything in place. And sometimes it's good to stretch your paper first to ensure that, it doesn't buckle or wrinkle if you're doing washes. Okay. perfect. Okay. I'm just going to stretch. And then the next step always is to mix the colors. Because I like to keep organized. It's not essential. I mean, not everyone does that. Some people really mix the colors as they go, but I prefer to do this prior to painting. Anyways, do you guys have any exciting plans about Easter? What do you usually do? Do you like to make Easter cards? If you do, I mean, I think this is a really nice idea. Okay, so this is our palette. Here we are. That's what it looks like on the inside. It's very small. I'd say it's travel size. Yeah, and you can carry it with you everywhere. You can use these areas as mixing areas. And here you get those colors. As you can see, they're very beautiful, basic. And from here, like I said, you can mix any color you like. So yes, it's very important. Let me arrange a little bit here. Space. Okay. We're good. Also, I have some gouache next to me because sometimes I really like to mix gouache and watercolors. Something I do. You can do it. And also have some spray here, and I spray my colors first before I start painting, you know, to activate them, easier to work with this way. And if you have gouache, it's good to spray them once in a while to keep them fresh. No, because we don't want them to dry out. Even if you don't use them, just open them once in a while and just spray your gouache paints. And spray your watercolor paints just before you use them. Okay? Good. Let's start painting now. Okay, like I said, I think I'll be mixing some colors first. So the bunny is grayish, so we will be mixing some lamp black with some raw amber and a little bit of the Chinese white, and we got the perfect dusty gray color. Okay, now let's go ahead and start coloring a little guy. Just feather out your brush strokes a little bit. It really helps, you know, by creating this fur texture. Okay. Now I'll be switching brushes. I'm going to grab the ringer brush from the Fala miniature set, the 40. Just remixing some of the colors, the lamp black, the raw amber, and the Chinese white. Okay. Okay, using some lamp black now. For the nose here, for the details. And also for the eyes. And we can mix some of the Pyrrole red with a Chinese white, a little bit more Chinese white, a bit more, perfect. for the nose.